iPhone SE 2020 versus iPhone 8 speed test coming up. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Welcome to the iPhone SE 2020 versus the iPhone 8 speed test. We'll begin with a boot up in 3, 2, 1. Let's see which one can turn on faster. Now, the iPhone SE 2020 on the left there does feature Apple's A13 Bionic, and what is an upgrade here is a 3 GB of RAM in the smaller body. The iPhone 8 over here has 2 GB of RAM and an Apple A11 Bionic, but whoa, the iPhone 8 said, shut up, Nick. I'm gonna boot up faster than the iPhone SE of 2020. So the iPhone 8 with the quick win there. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and test their fingerprint scanner speed just to see which one is quicker. And you can see basically, is that the same? And so let's test that again. Yeah, looks about the same on both. I know when I was setting up the SE 2020, it felt very similar, but looks like in terms of speed, you're not going to be really upgrading here when it comes to the Touch ID scanner speed. So for the recording of this test, they're both going to be running iOS 13.4.1, so the latest official version of iOS. Okay guys, so here we are at the app portion of this speed test. Everything closed out on both. Let's go into clock. You can see pretty similar. Let's go into calculator. You could see very similar there. Let's go into weather. And basically identical, and the way they go back is basically identical as well. The SE a little faster, a little at the graphics on that one. No big deal of difference here in the App Store. It looks like a little swifter there for the SE 2020, so you're gonna get a slight performance bump in your day-to-day stuff. Let's go into PUBG Mobile here, and again, what's really gonna be key about the 8 upgrade is gonna be the camera. And PUBG loads up first there on the iPhone SE 2020. So yeah, if you're looking for quicker gaming performance, most definitely you want to go to the SE from 2020. It's gonna load up things faster. It should perform a little bit better, seeing as the chip is newer, GPU is newer, and everything looking pretty smooth here on both though. But the good thing is that the iPhone 8 can still run games very well if you want to hold on to that for a little bit longer. Let's go into Dead Trigger 2, and you can see that the SE 2020 takes it there. So gaming performance is where you're going to start to see it on the iPhone SE 2020. And that's just great if you have your iPhone 8 and you're like, bro, I just want to keep this design and I want to keep it for a very long time. Well, then maybe you want to just upgrade to the SE 2020 just because you want to keep this older design. Here we are in Instagram, and it looks like they loaded that up very similar, and you can see scrolling about the same. Neither of these are 90 Hertz ProMotions displays. These are just regular iPhone displays, Retina displays. And let's go to Twitter over here and see how Twitter does. iPhone SE faster. So it's going to make for a little snappier of an iPhone 8 experience for this SE 2020 if you get this phone. Gonna feel very similar, but slightly swifter in the day-to-day performance. Let's go into eBay. A lot of media sources are gonna tell you, oh, it's so much more powerful, but in reality, it doesn't feel so much more powerful than the A11. Let's go into Amazon and see how it does. You can see a little bit quicker there than the iPhone 8, but it will start to show later on in your usage of this phone. So later down the line, 4 or 5 years, the iPhone 8 should feel slower by a good margin than the SE 2020. Let's go to Geekbench. You can see the iPhone 8 better optimized on that app, opens it up first, and Antutu benchmark, and we'll see which one can take this one. And it looks like we're gonna get a win here for, we'll see. It looks like the iPhone 8 might be ahead here. Oh, that was basically equal. So yeah, I would say day-to-day performance slightly faster on the SE 2020, but gaming is where the chip will shine on this phone. So let's go through these apps to see what we do get on both of them. You can see iMovie good to go, Amazon good to go, eBay good to go, Twitter good to go, Instagram, everything looking pretty snappy here for the SE 2020. I still think at 3 gigs of RAM, maybe once in a while stuff will close and reopen, but it's pretty well optimized, so I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. We didn't even open speed test. We'll just begin there at Antutu, but you can see everything still pretty much good here on the iPhone 8. You can see things pause sometimes, but it's not a big problem. I think most people have been fine with their iPhone 8's performance. So let me know your iPhone 8 performance down below. RAM management, I think it's gonna be a hair quicker on this newer phone with 3 gigs of RAM versus 2 gigs of RAM. So let's head over to this iMovie test and see how they do in this test. So I will go ahead and save these videos out in 4K. They are 1 minute 3 second clips, and we'll do this in 4K. And we'll see which one can do this faster. I will be back when these phones are done exporting this 4K clip. And so you can see that the iPhone SE 2020 with the win, not by a ton though. Like I said in some prior tests we just did, a hair quicker. It's not that much quicker, but it is going to be a lot faster when you do start doing longer clips. And again, I think down the line as more iOS versions come out, it will be faster. So it's not really a problem that if you trade your iPhone 8 that you're getting a little bit faster performance. You're getting a better camera, the more modern chip, and a phone that should last longer. So there is some reasons to upgrade if you want. Okay guys, so we're gonna run a SunSpider JavaScript test to see which one has the better Safari internet performance. I do think that the iPhone 8 was a pretty smooth performer, so it shouldn't be too faster here on the iPhone SE, but you can see 142 ms, 102.7. So you are gonna get improved internet performance, but it's not by a ton. And so like I say, with most of this test, it's a hair quicker. It's not a lot quicker than the iPhone 8. And so the final scores are in for the iPhone SE 2020, 1326 on the single, 2653 on the multi-core. So that's actually a higher multi-core than we got in our prior test. So it's around 2600, you can say, for the iPhone SE 2020. Now you can see the iPhone 8, I was gonna say 6S, it looks very similar. Not even caught up yet, but 2100 on the multi, 919 on the single. So those are still respectable scores, meaning the iPhone 8 is still a beast as well. But this is just more of a beast on the iPhone SE 2020. Let's go ahead now and run an Antutu benchmark. I'll be back when they are done. Okay, so here are the final scores from Antutu. You can see a almost double better score on Antutu. So disappointing score there for the iPhone 8. Let's do one more test here. We're going to do a speedtest.net. We're going to do like a Wi-Fi test here, and we'll see which one does get a little bit better performance. So we'll go to the same server. I'm gonna hit go here for the iPhone SE 2020 and see what happens, and then I'll be back when the scores are in. So you can see 222 down, 11.7 up. We'll do the iPhone 8 and I'll be back when these are done as well. And so the iPhone 8 a slightly better download than the iPhone SE 2020 and about the same upload, but it's so close. I don't think you're going to see a big difference in Wi-Fi on either one of these two phones. So that's it. The iPhone SE 2020 versus the iPhone 8. The performance gains are not huge on these two. Synthetic benchmarks, yes, faster on the iPhone SE, but you have to keep in mind, if you loved your iPhone 8 and you want to hold on to this design, you could trade it in and get this cheaper, and you'll be able to hold on to this design longer, as this will get more years of support. But from the iPhone 8, this is not a major upgrade in terms of performance. Battery life, probably going to be around the same, as well as the camera should be an update here. But again, longevity, if you want to keep this classic design, this might be your last chance on the iPhone SE 2020. Anyway, are you upgrading your iPhone 8, or did you just skip out the iPhone 8 and you're just checking this one out? Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Stay safe out there, and peace.